Hi, my name is Delicia Idlett. I am one of the co-founder of Unidos Latino Association, co-director, CFO, program director. We carry so many hats. As far as Unidos Latino Association, this was established in 2016 with my business partner, Rebecca.
My name is Rebecca Gibbons, and I am co-founder and executive director of Unidos Latino Association, and we serve in Rockdale and Newton counties. We were both new to Rockdale County, and we wanted to see where were the Latinos at. And so it was time for Hispanic Heritage Month, and we're like, let's just throw a party, where do we go? So we found out that there was this pavilion in Old Town Conyers. We booked it. We threw what we thought it was a fiesta, which turned into a little festival. And about 500 people came out, and that was shocking to us. And they thought we were a new organization here in Rockdale, and we were not. We were just two Latinas trying to get to know the community. But because there was so many people who came who was like, oh, we don't have any Latino representation here. We don't have any organizations that speak for Latino people. We were like, oh, okay, well, Delicia, what can you do? And what can I do? Let's create a nonprofit.
Based on the survey and reaching out to the people in Rockdale County and Newton County, we began to establish different services based on the need that the people tell us that they needed. One of the main things was health, so we established the health and legal fair. Bring maybe around 100-something family to these events, and everything is free. And I know Rebecca spoke a little bit about the Conyers Latin Festival, so that's another event. Now, going into 2020, COVID started. We got more busy. We out in the community almost every day. We were able to get funding to provide food and pay for light bills. Now, this year we started the COVID-19 campaign. We started with the vaccine and the testing. I believe we have vaccinated approximately, not counting today, approximately 1,600 people.
Hi, I'm Carlos Alberto Garcia, and I'm the Youth Project Coordinator for Unidos Latino Association here in Rockdale and Newton County. So we joined Latinos for Democracy during the big 2020 general elections. We started off with text banking, phone banking, and tabling. We did over 70,000 over to 100,000 text banks for the general and the runoff elections here in Georgia. I knew it was super big to get many Hispanic voters and Latinx voters out to vote, because with the big population of Latino voters here in Georgia, it was important for them to have their voices heard in these elections. Me and my sister were the first to be able to vote in our families. We're the first to be able to get involved into civic engagement. I wanted to make other Latino youths, have that voice for their family who aren't able to vote.
It's a misunderstanding or a misconception that a lot of Latinos are undocumented and they're not going out to vote. That's not true. Many of them just don't know what to do, and they just need someone to come to their door or to give them a piece of information about what's going on. And that's one of the things that I can tell you, at least in Rockdale and Newton County, that Unidos Latino Association is doing.
I was living in this country 8-9 years without any document. So I know the struggle. And that's why it's personal. I can relate to what I've been through and the sacrifice that I had to make or other family member had to make for me, the times that I didn't have, the times that I went home crying, oh, I want to give up and just go home. So it is very personal. So that's why with being under the nonprofit umbrella, we have more of a leeway to give back to the community, right? To be able to educate, inform. So we love informing, we love educating. When it comes to voting, I didn't know anything of that, when I was living, well, even prior to me coming to Georgia or being part of this organization, I didn't know my rights about voting. I think I only voted one time, and that was it. And that's because someone told me to do it, but not because I was well informed. So I'm doing this because I'm learning, and what I'm learning, I'm able to give back to the community.
I remember coming from Cuba as an immigrant, and my mother was a single parent. She was a white Cuban with 3 mixed Black children. And that was hard in 1980s, being sort of mixed like that and not speaking one word of English. And even though we immigrated to Los Angeles, California, where there was a lot of bilingual people, it was just very difficult for her to adjust. And so to me, that was something that I wanted to change. I had already came from a land of oppression, and I knew early on that I was coming to the land of the free. And so why do I do this? When I saw social workers helping us and different people like that, I wanted to be that, not only in my career, but I also wanted to give back in my community. That's one of the reasons why I do this.